Hi guys, Lost Xeno here, and I just want to show you the kind of quests we have in Final Fantasy XIV. So, we'll just go to the first one I want to show you, and start from there. Now the first one we're going to show you is MSQ, or Main Scenario Quests, or Main Story Quests if you prefer that, doesn't really matter. Now these are indicated by this fiery looking emblem, and are required to unlock specific content, leveled areas, new areas. You have to complete them to unlock new expansions. Most of the dungeons are locked behind them. There's going to be a couple of trials behind them, and tends to be you need to complete this main scenario quest for an expansion, at least up until point .0 as it's called, to unlock raiding, high-end dungeons, a lot of the traders. So it's definitely one you should be doing, and they tend to reward, at points will reward gear. Some mounts come from it, minions, and various other stuff. Now the second type are normal side quests. These are side quests, normal ones. So these are come in this side. They've got a golden outline, and you'll see sometimes they give you something like this, like the head bandage. A lot of people like this because it looks very similar to a Nier Automata look. Helps with the Nier Automata look. And they tend to give gil, money, sometimes gear, but don't have anything other than that really. So now I will say in Shadowbringer zones, they are all level synced, meaning they are actually a lot better to do than say ones in Limsa or Minsa, because they will be, well, most of those will be level 1s, level 1 to say 5, maybe 10, which means they can be good for an early character, especially if you don't have preferred world bonus. You don't get any, you're not going to be missing out on the XP, because the XP scales with you as well, and the content becomes better, whereas the level 10 ones, if you do them at level 50, you won't get a decent portion of XP, and you won't get a decent, you probably won't get decent gear either. Now the third one I call unlock quests, but I don't know if they have an official name, but they're the gold outline, have a blue background instead of the grey one, and have a plus sign. That means that unlocks something new. Tends to be new things to do separate from it. So if this one I believe is raised, because I think it's, no, that's to kill Corel, so that's a new dungeon. For example, I just happen to know it's a new dungeon, that's why it's not anything to do with that. Oh no, yeah, that'll be right. But some of them have limited, so this one requires a fractal continuum, and the specific reason this one requires a fractal continuum is because that's to unlock fractal continuum hard. So those are the three main types of quests you're going to be running into, but there are a couple of others. You have Beast Tribe quests, and actually now I say it, I think that's it for that I'm aware of. Now if I bring up my timers, I do have a Beast Tribe allowance. So Beast Tribe allowances, it's the Ectal 9, so I can go straight over there and show you what those are. So just got to remember which would be the fastest. Black Shroud, North Shroud. Now Beast Tribe quests are effectively daily quests from other MMOs. So you can do each quest once per day to increase reputation and get some specific rewards. Most of the time it's a set currency that can only be spent with that Beast Tribe, but sometimes you would need to reach a certain reputation to do that anyway. Now the reason I'm going to show you the Ictal is because they're the only ones I have unlocked, and I have them unlocked because they're crafting. Now one thing I do want to show, this is not a quest marker. This does not mean you're getting a new quest. This is to do with the Chocobo keep system, so just be wary of that, because I have done that a couple of times going, oh, that's a quest over there. I've looked on it on my map, and that's the quest I'm looking for is right there, and then all of a sudden I've got a Chocobo porter I don't need because I have my mounts. Right, so we go here. Probably just have to switch over to one of my crafters just so they're not read it out. And obviously read it out means you can't do them for whatever reason, and if you do click on them they will tell you why you can't do them. So if I click on this guy, now he has multiple quests, and as you see they're read out, so he'll tell me why they're read it out, because I need to be on a crafter. So if I just quickly switch over to one of my crafters, I assume I have some of my crafter gear on me. Leatherworker, I believe. Yes, at least I have enough of it. If I go there, you can see all these. So the daily quests all have this kind of recycle or reusable kind of logo. And when you talk to him, he'll tell you how many allowances you have. So you have each day you get 12. 8 PM GMT time, not GMT, BST time. You will they will refresh. Now, the problem with it is that is across the entirety of the Beast Tribe quest system, meaning if I was to do all of the Beast Tribe quests here on this character, not necessarily this character because they are still character limited, so you don't have to worry about using them up for your character on another server that you prefer to play. If I was to use all of these, so that's 3, 6, and then that's 7, because I believe that's 7 because he's only got one quest for me. And that's Deliverance, which is a slightly different style of quest, but it's still a quest realistically. And so I will then go from the 12 I currently have to 5. Now, if I've got another Beast Tribe unlocked that I want to get up, that means I can only use 5 quests on them. If you try and do all of the Beast Tribes you can at any one time, you won't actually have enough. I think you'll have just about enough daily allowance to do 1 for each, because there's 4 in the A Realm Reborn, there is 3 in the Storm in Shadowbringers and Havensward, and that takes you up to 10 already. You've got 2 left, and there's going to be 3 coming for Shadowbringers. Now, these are definitely what I would say. Probably I would recommend after unlock quests, before side quests, because these tend to give you some more fun rewards. Now, I don't remember if I've got enough reputation to actually unlock things with these people. I'm recognised, so I should be able to talk to at least you. So, go to purchase items. For example, you can buy all lumber types up to U here, even if you don't need them, and up to U branch, which can be quite handy if you're doing probably the worst way to level your crafters, and that is 1 at a time, but you can do it. I think Tall Wrist Gloves are something specific to them. Now you'll see Oak Nuts change. He won't let me do Oak Nuts because I haven't unlocked Oak Nuts. Unless I'm saying, I think I need to be to the next tier, yeah, to do that. So just something to show you when you look at this crossing. This is your relations. This improves your relations by this amount. So that's 20. He gives me 24, so he's slightly better. And you should probably always be looking at that, because the first thing you want to do is get your reputation maxed, because tends to be a mount and a minion if you're into that kind of stuff. If not, you're still looking at the best stuff they sell you, meaning you might be able to get some of the fun stuff. Like for example, because these are the crafting and kind of gathering Beast Tribe, you'll have seen when I talked to this vendor, he has the Oak Knight exchange for materia. Now that materia is grade, I think it's all 3 grades, but it might only be grade 2 and 3 materia, which is, in fairness, with the exception of possibly 4. Never mind. I can't remember materia right off the top of my head in a minute. But so you might find something in there, like if you want to get materia but don't want to break down your gear, and I will do a video about how materia works and how to get materia and everything to do with it one day, but not today, not in this video. But it can be handy to get hold of the materia if you don't want to do the whole risk reward system that is materia melding. And that's all the quest types I can really think of off the top of my head, because a lot of the unlock quests are basically side quests that just get you something fun, like a dungeon or a trial or a raid or 24-man, or most content that isn't in the base game. You'll even see new jobs and classes are considered unlock content. They have the blue background with a plus symbol. So there's not a lot to say other than that on those. Again, side quests, do them at level. You can't do them below level, and doing them over leveled, with the exception of Shadowbringers ones, you can't really get any benefit out of, because the gear's not going to be good enough, realistically speaking, unless you did all your leveling up through Heaven on High or Palace of the Dead. So that's definitely something. Main scenario quests, do them as you can, is definitely the way I'd recommend them doing them. If you do want to take a break from the main scenario quest, though, there's nothing wrong with that, because especially if you're doing it from scratch, that is a lot of quests. There's like 280 odd quests in A Realm Reborn, then there's another 190 or so for Havensward, so on and so forth. By the time we get to the expansion after Shadowbringers, you're probably going to be looking at the best part of 600 to 700 quests just to be able to start that content. So if you want to take a break, go do your crafters, go do your thing. Side quests are definitely an option. I tend to recommend them for lower level characters, because when you get to higher level characters, you start having enough money that actually you go, actually I'd rather not do that quest, I'll just buy that piece of gear I need to get me through this dungeon, and maybe that dungeon will drop me the piece of gear I need, or so on and so forth. So it's really up to you. I've been Lostino. This has been the types of quests we have in Final Fantasy. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you later.